All right, welcome to Seeking Liberty Studios. Today, I'm going to go over what I've done recently. We did go and finish the tutorial on the last live stream and did some updates after that, added a health bar. And today, I'm going to go over what I did in between now and then. I did add a couple extra things. I did add a power bar, but really it's just all I did was just add it physically. And then I just made the logic line up with the same as this one up here, as far as when to show, when to hide. Other than that, has no other benefits to it, itchy nose. But I also went ahead and replaced the animated sprite with this regular sprite, and then I added a animation player, and I just pretty much, for the animations, just made sure they were, make sure we can zoom in on that. So we got an idle and an up. Make sure it's walking all the way through it. There we go. So that way it can show we're walking up, and then we got walking side to side as well. There was a couple of things I was looking for that were not available, and that is these events. I didn't know how to do it in the animated sprite itself, so I just went ahead and created animations and had these events trigger to, because I need these animation events when it comes to like an attack. It's like, hey, launch this hitbox. But I went ahead and added in these animations. So these are just keys. These are key events. But I need the ability to add in actual events when it comes to, say, for the attack here. So I go in here and where's the insert event key? Add call method. So later on, when I need it, I'll have it here. So we'll say, but that's for later. So let me rephrase all this real quick. I had the animated sprite. I removed that and added in just a normal sprite because I changed my animations over to an animation player. And I need the animation player for this call method track, which I'm going to use in my attacks eventually. So I went ahead and did that. Also, go ahead and just save all this. Oop, that's not right. Let's go ahead and change that back to idle. Also, in the code, you see this timer here? Well, I made a custom script for it. I made a material for when the creature is hit or the player is hit. So we'll just go ahead and save this one over here and go ahead and play it to show you. So you see here, we got the main eye guy here. So when I run into something, oop, he starts flashing. Well, I created a material to make him flash like that. So I made my own shader. So let me show you the shader real quick. And you can see, I'm not sure if you can see it through the live stream or not, but there is a flash going on over here, and I can change the colors of it. The colors are currently not coming out right, and it's just a simple fragment shader for a canvas item, and all it does is just I just check to see what integer the time is in. So if I know, hey, are you a modulus of 2? So every 2 seconds, during those 2 seconds, it is flashing. And if it's not, because we got the flasher time right here. So we got the flash mod. And the flash mod is, okay, how much are you flashing by? The whole thing, or are you only flashing just a little bit? So that's how much it flashes by. Then we got the flash speed itself. Say, hey, how fast are we going to flash here? We go down lower, go up higher. It's number 2. Anyways. And then we set the color to it. Otherwise, you know, there's also alternating colors as well. So we can get some other color in this one. Yeah, we'll do that one. So there we go. So we can make it change between colors if we wanted to. But I don't want to do that. I want my stuff to stay the same. Versus this one. There we go. I'm going to leave it white for now because it's simpler. And I'll probably go with this in another video, but since it's not exactly handling the colors the way I want to, I'll just leave it white, flashy white for now. And just simplify it by just making the colors white. I don't want to spend too much time trying to make it perfect. The whole point here is not making it perfect. It's just to present what I'm trying to do. Okay. So if we go back over here to the flash timer. So since it's a custom flash timer, I made sure the timer itself gets started. I set the material of the sprite itself. And I turned the use parent material off. Because I want the materials on the parent to be its own thing. Then when the auto stop happens, inside the flash timer here, inside this scene, I have it's calling its own signal as a signal unto itself to say, hey, I'm done. And turn the parent use back on and then remove that material. So, all right, going back. So I got that updated. What I need to do next is I want this player. I'm not liking the idea of having the collision piece itself, the area 2D, and to be the main controller. I'm debating between either using this as like a sprite itself or a node 2D of its own kind, and then having the controller inside that. Because if I look at main here, 2D, I just add in just a simple 2D node, create. It has its own space. Oops. It has its own position. So I don't see why I would not use that. Let's go ahead and remove that. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. Then or I could leave this alone and just spawn in because when I do an attack, I could just spawn in a hitbox and then remove it when it's done. So if it's so when I spawn it in, it's kind of like spawning a bullet. So maybe not. I'm not quite sure yet how I want to handle it. But let me look at the mob and see what it's doing. See, a mob here, we have a rigid body, which is fine. Mobs are moving on their own. And so now we have a mix between rigid bodies and just straight colliders, which is okay. I think the rigid body was needed for the visible, not the visible on enter, but for the bow path. So, but I'm not 100% sure how the mob path and mob spawn location works. I know it spawns on this line, and then it moves this point around, So it has its own little information of, oh, we're going around this circle because whatever time you're in constantly, which is okay. I don't know. We'll find out. See here. Go up here to the mob scene. On mob timer sign out, we spawn it on location. Mob spawn location, progress ratio, random. So random spot on that line. And select direction. We have a spawn location. Let's see here. Mob select direction. That is on the mob level. We have a select location, select direction here, which rotation plus pi divided by 2. And then spawn location, direction. Oh, random range. That's where, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, that's okay. And that's probably, this mob location probably needs to be moved out to its own little scene. So I'll do that later. So I'm leaning towards right now changing this into its own 2D body and leave it at that. So let me see if I can do this. Add a child 2D node, create, then see if I can put this under here. Nope, can't do that. All right, so I have to create a new one. All right, so we're going to save branch as scene. Just call it player node underscore node. And we're going to go ahead and make scene root. What does that do? Make scene root before I start pressing all buttons. Or, oh, Control Z works. I'm trying it out. Well, look at that. That fixed it. I like that a lot better. Good. Good. Okay. Last name. Cool. That means I have to change my entire script around. I'm okay with that. Let's see here. See, on-body enter is the only one that really changes anything. Okay. Move this up, move this up, move this up. Go ahead and save. I'm going to rename this to player underscore area 2D. There we go. Player underscore area 2D. Cool. All right. That's good. Good. I'm not sure. I wonder if that would work. That's okay. We'll fix that in a minute. But everything else can be moved into this script up here. Attach a script. prefab nodes. Nope, we want to go this into the scripts folder, player underscore node 2D. Okay, create. All right. All right. I'm going to go ahead and do this into this. Oops. And no 2D. Cool beans. All right. What is your node? Body entered, so I can change this into here. Yeah, I'll do that. So let me go ahead and remove this. Disconnect. Pick. Okay, we're going to pick here, body enter, that one, connect. Cool. We can go to this one. All right, let's see here. Yeah. I'm going to have to double check this. Yeah, I'm going to update this one. But this is currently in the player node, so I'm going to save that. I'm going to go up here. I'm going to close signal dot. I don't know why that's there. We're going to clear. We're going to save. Go up here. Make sure that all's grouped together. There we go. Yep, I'm going to fix that too, but I'll fix that in a minute. But at the very least, I can make it smaller, which is good. Okay, cool. All right, so everything's moved up here to this script. So let's figure out how to use this get node shorthand. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get that collision shape real quick, get a reference to it. Why I like the export function. That way I know exactly which one I'm talking about. It's set, because it's in its scene, so it's its own prefab. We're going to call this hit box. All right. Cool beans. We're going to go down here to all the hitbox places. Oot. 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 All right. Okay, cool. Now, all there is left to do is I'm going to go ahead and correct this shape real quick. All right, save it. And let's test this out to make sure it still works. Main node. Died on hit, player node. Hmm. Well, that's interesting. I don't think it's gonna work because I changed some box. Oh, I didn't set it. Silly me, silly me. Spectre box. All right, now let's try it. So flashy. Ah, turned off, but it's not turned it back on. All right, errors? No errors. I think it's with this one. Yep, auto stop. Interesting. You know what? I'm just gonna re-add it. Oh, wait, that didn't do anything. No, that's hitbox. Vector, flash, okay. Let's try that again. So, boop. And that's it. Where are you coming from? Wait. I knew I hit something I wasn't supposed to. Okay, so currently unbodied entered comes in here and unbodied entered entirely equals 0. -1 to health, current health, false. Max health. All right, are we starting off? Are we setting the right player? Main. Let's go to main. Mob scene. Player, set player, start position. So let's make sure we're setting the player up. Set player, current health, position, and true. Okay, so we're going to go ahead, hit timer, 0. Well, and set player, set to max health. So let's find out. So is there a problem with my timer? Oh, you know what? Material here. Use material. Sprite, okay. 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 Okay, that's right. So where am I supposed to turn this hitbox back on? Hit.emit. I'm turning it off, but I'm not turning it back on. That's my problem. I'm not turning the hitbox back on after I got hit. So I need to figure out where I am turning it back on. Hit timer. That's my problem. Go node here. Go to node. Timeout. Pick on hit timer. Oops. And boop. And connect. There we go. Now we'll check on that timer. Good. Knew this was something silly. All right, so my problem was I was setting up this hit timer not to go with a timeout. And that's what I created this portion for. And that's okay. All right, so I got that figured out. Now let's test to make sure it works on its own. Whoops. Good, there we go. There we go. Boop. Try again. Okay. Cool. Now let's go to this timer. Inspector. Wait time. Let's go to 2 seconds. Make a little bit longer. Cool. Let's make that 1 second. Too long. And okay. Go with the physics style callbacks because it's taking too long to call back. All right. Cool. Oop. Hmm. I need to put a print function here to see if it's turning it back on before it's ready. timeout. All right, let's try that again. All right, just see, because my current issue is it is flashing, but I'm not sure. Okay. Hitbox is still triggering. The time left is not correct. So let's go ahead and print the hit timer dot time left and try again. I'm just curious now. And let's go make my camera just a little bit smaller so we can see what's going on here. Okay, there we go. All right, here we go. Boop. 0. Boop. Okay. All right, so I am seeing 0 timeout, 0 timeout. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. I am seeing a double 0 here, which is not good. So I shouldn't rely on that variable because it's not giving me accurate information back. So we'll go ahead and remove these two things. I guess we could use if hitbox dot not disabled. There we go. And we want to make sure, oh, let's leave it like that for now. That way we know. Oop. Try it one more time. I think it's happening right at the tail end of it. Toot toot. Okay. Yep, that's it. Okay. Cool. Yep. All right, so that solves that one for now. I'm fine with that. Strange little bug, but moving forward. So we got the player node, we got it to a player node now. And excuse me. All right, so we have its own little player node. What else do we need to do here? Let's move up to the top. Oops. To the top. There we go. Background. Now, some of the stuff is just outright ugly. I'm going to import some new stuff here. Yeah, let's go ahead and just import a couple things just to make things look nice. Because the next step is I want to set up an attack or have an attack animation. But I need to have a killable enemy, which I can do with the mobs, but the current mob is not set up to be that way. They're just moving around doing their own thing, which is fine. But those mobs are floating around, so I'm going to create a mob we can kill. I'm going to go ahead and do it with our own images. Now I got these images off of itch.io, and when this game comes out, I'll make sure there is a link to these assets. Import. Assets. Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. But next, once I get the mob to be killable, I will actually, yeah, what I'll do is once I get the mob imported over, or the textures imported over, I will set up a more organized structure up here because I don't like the idea of the mob path being this way and the start position being there. Cool. All right, this will do for now. This is from the itch.io. Let's see here. This is from itch.io. I believe it's called Sunny. Closed it. Sunnyland. So check him out. Well, the pack is called Sunnylands. Public license. And Louis Zuno. Ah, that's who made it, Louis Zuno. Good thing there was a license there. I want to make sure that license gets copied in there. Copy. File manager. Okay. Okay. Rename that to okay, cool. And delete. Cool. All right. So let's pull in a frog. We can go to this mob. We use an animated sprite here, which is fine. And this style is okay with just a character moving across the screen, and if you touch it, it hurts you. And these animated sprites, I think, are really useful if you just want a quick and dirty, or quick and easy sprite to animate, like you're opening a door or you're closing a door. I think those are great because all you have to do is just change it real quick, and it goes to that. And I'm not sure if they will be contiguous, but I think they're great. So you have a candle that's on or off, smoking, campfire. And I think players are fine too, but I have not figured out a way to add. Can I add something here like that? Nope, I can't. This is there. Yeah, I don't know how to add in a key event here. Plus, it's not time to do that either. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and look at this mob here. Last name mob. Yeah, so we'll just create a new one. That's fine. Oop. All right. We're going to create a... Let's see what we got here to create. Oh, well, that's not what I wanted. Let's see what we've got here. We got a character nodes, sprite 2D, just fine. Marker. We have a player area node. Nope. Character body. Let's see what that does. Floor. Lock on wall, constant speed. Slide on ceiling. What else they got going on here? Material. Up direction. So I'm noticing the style of game I'm going for, beat 'em up. This doesn't look like it's going to be intuitive for what I want. Let's see here. No. It has already a collision object to attach to it, but I don't think that's what we want. So I'm going to go ahead and just pick a 2D node scene, which is fine. And so we're going to give the illusion like it's moving around on its own with AI and stuff like that. And if I have to change it, I'll change it. I'll still have to do some research on how to do like a beat 'em up style character, because I know how to add in 2D nodes, and I think that's great. But a beat 'em up style is not necessarily a platformer. So we'll see how that turns out. In fact, there may be an asset store that has nope, don't. Well, let's go back to yep. Okay, so let's go ahead and name this to controllable. I'll name it mob underscore controllable. There we go. And we'll go ahead and name this okay. Add in and script. We don't want to go there. We want to go to this mob.controllable, create. Give it its class name, mob underscore controllable. Cool beans. All right. All right, so let's go ahead, and the first thing we want to do is we want to make this the character that has the ability to be hit. So we need a area 2D. And create. Then we want to add a collision shape. Create. What does this complain about? Shape must be applied. Then we're going to give this thing a shape. Let's go ahead and add a sprite to it real quick. That way we know what size to make it. Sprite. And load. Let's see if we can find a sprite. Let's go with a possum. Open. Awesome. Move up to the center a little bit. And then now we can add that shape. A new capsule. I think that's fine. Well, let's see if we can rotate this. Get 90. Then there we go. Perfect. Notice they don't have, this particular scene doesn't have much to it, but that's okay. If I need more, I'll go get more. Let's go ahead and, cool, we got that. And we're going to add to this node, signals, collision shape. Yeah, so now we have a character. We got a collision shape, node, hidden. We got an area 2D here, on body, entered. Now I could either have the bullet to where it interacts with each individual one, so we have a one-to-many. So the one bullet can hit 3 or 4 characters, or I can have it so if each character has a signal with on-bodied entered, if one bullet hits multiple ones at the same time, then the listener would be on the mob. But if I just want the bullet to only hit one character, then I can have the listener on the the listener on the mob? No, on the bullet. So if I have a listener on the bullet, it can only hit one thing at a time, and that can disable it there. So that's the question. Do I want to hit multiple things at a time, or just hit I like the idea of having, if I slash, I hit multiple characters. So let's do that. Let's have the listeners on the mob. Body entered. And I can, this is what the groups are going to be up here for. Okay. So. All right. Do. Connecting from 2D, this one. Okay, so when a body enters, we can check here. I'm going to add in code to check body group. So now let's go make a slash for the attack to happen with. So let's go ahead and make an attack asset. So we'll go ahead and do that. And all this is going to be is as soon as it spawns and collides with something. So this could be a melee attack. Okay. Then I'll make this dual purpose. I know solid principles and all this stuff, but I think if it extends out for a certain length, I think that'll be fine as well. Attack _ action. And so we can go ahead and add in a area 2D, which is fine. And then go ahead and add in a sprite. This. All right, so let's add in the sprite. Actually, since this doesn't need an event, and if I want just to use a animated sprite, I think that would be fine because I can have an animation going for it. So I would say that depends, but I think it's fine. Yeah, let's do that for now. I think that's fine. Okay, so let's go ahead and add a collision shape here. Sorry, we need to add the animation to it. New sprite frame. Go ahead and here into the imported assets. Let's see if I can find one. Lots of fun deaths. All right. Nope, don't want that. You know what? I think this will be fine. Let's use that for now. Here. Spawn. Attack. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go to 2D. And play. Let's make it a little faster than that. Oh wait, a little faster than that. Way faster than that. Let's do perfect. Frame duration. Cool. All right. Go ahead and do a really fast. Okay, we'll adjust the time on that later. So we'll go ahead and add in a collision shape. That's what we need. Okay, I'm going to do a rounded one. Make it a little bigger. There we go. Cool beans. And we'll go ahead and save that real quick. Prefab nodes. Score the attack action. I'm just gonna say, mate. Well, let's leave that as attack action for now. Save. Okay. There we go. All right. Then we're gonna say, all right, as soon as we're done, I want to despawn this thing. So once it's queued, all right, add child action. Yeah, so we want to put timer in. Okay, cool. I'm gonna name this to the death timer. Well, destroy timer. Okay, and I'll go ahead and create a script for this. So when this timer runs out, the reference object gets destroyed, queue free. Or it calls a... Actually, for now I'll use the destroy timer, but I think I might be making a mistake, but it's okay. I'll leave it for now. This is just a script. Okay. We want to say on export var target node to D. Okay. Let's save that real quick. Oh, I don't have a script here. Go ahead and add a script. All right. Okay, and create. Now we have a script. Yeah, I want the timer to destroy the object. We gotta do it like this. see here. Target dot call deferred queue free. All right. That way it happens later. Look up simple, make sure I'm reading this right. Calls method on the object during the idle time always returns null, not method results. Idle time happens mainly at the end of the process and physics frames. And it defer calls will be run until there is none left, which means you can call defer calls. They'll still run on the current idle cycle. If not done carefully, this can result in infinite recursion without causing a stack. Okay. So I'll keep that in mind. Got it. Okay, so I'm not sure how safe that is, but I do believe that should be fine. Because it's calling to say, hey, destroy, and it may be a bunch of other calls, but I think it'll be fine, because it's just ending it. Okay, cool. All right. There's that. Yes. And so since I want this one to have the ability to damage others. All right, pick, connect. Yes. Cool here. But first, I need to test to see if it spawns and then disappears. So we'll do that. So let's go to the player and we're going to spawn. All right, we got to do attack here. Where's my do attack? There we go. We got launch attack here. Great. And cool. And do attack. If do attack. Okay, cool. All right. So this do attack should be right. Do attack animation 1. Interesting. All right, so I have to rework this, but for now, I think, yeah, just pressed should be fine. All right, so we're going to say swipe attack. And we're going to call this, let's say an OTD, but I do need to name this. Let's go our name. Okay, let's go here. All right. Okay, cool. All right, we'll go down here and how did I spawn? So these mobs are spawned. I need to look at the code for how they're spawned because it's been a while. Okay. So we have a whole spawn method here. Oh. Okay, let's go ahead and remove you. Remove you. Remove you. Yeah, I don't want them to be part of the, what if I did get tree? Dot add. Hmm. Nope. So what I could do is make it a signal, and that signal spawns, and there's a node that listens to it outside the player, and that player, that will spawn it. Okay, that can work. So let's do that. Let's, yeah, we'll do that. So we're going to have a node here. We're going to make a spawn manager real quick. And so that way it's not just main doing it. We'll just have a, yeah, mob seed packed scene, which makes sense. Yes. Yes. Attack action. Spectre. Short timer. Auto start. One start. One shot. Okay. Yes. Okay, so I need to make a spawner. So I'm going to go ahead and make a spawner here. We got a bunch of timers. I'm going to create just a node for organization. No, I can't do that. Guess I got a start timer. Nope, that's not going to work. Echo that. I'll have a spawner manager. Yeah, spawner manager. That'll be fine. Let's see here. Scripts. Create. And we're going to go ahead and move the main function here. Let's go ahead and close all this extra stuff for now. Okay, so main gameplay here. We want to have the all right. All right. Okay. All right, so we need to get a mob path. Okay. Export var mob spawn. What is this called again? Path follow. Path follow 2D. Oh, just do it like that. And just get rid of that. There we go. Good. Vaccine. Mob. Let's go ahead and remove mob scene. Let's go ahead and remove that. See, that's the HUD. Don't have to worry about that too much. The game start timer. Cool. We look at the nodes up here. The mob timer. It's no longer there. So what we're going to do is edit. We're going to select the spawner, pick, okay, and connect. So now it's reconnected to that one. Cool beans. I will say moving things around in Unity is a little more cumbersome. And once you figure out how nodes work, it's actually easier. But pros and cons to everything, I suppose. I've got the spawn timer. I've got the spawn timer in there. Now let's do ahead and do another hacked scene, but we're just going to do it when just for testing purposes. I'm going to go ahead and do the hack spawn, and we're going to do the same thing here. Instantiate. All right, ATK. As a ATK underscore action. And we're going to go ahead and add the child. And we're going to just have the ATK dot mob that's finish the scene equals yeah, because I look over here, I am setting the position mob spawn location, so yeah, that makes sense. Let's go back up here. All right, so we want to use a export var get POS node to the equals target dot position. Cool. All right, so let's go over here to the inspector on this one. All right. Let's go ahead and correct our mobs. All right, so just a standard mob for that one. Open. Mob spawn location is that one. And the start position, we'll just use that one for now. And the hack scene that I wanted to use, go to scenes, hack action. Okay. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. The other side of this. Okay, so now I just need to test, make sure the item is spawning. Where is my character? Uh-oh. I broke it. Let's go ahead and stop it all. Spawn manager. Okay. Let's just go ahead and pause it right there for a moment. And we'll try again. And I want the mob spawner to take 2 seconds to start. Okay. Huh. All right, so the player's not popping up. Why is the player swipe attack? Okay. Uh-oh. Spaghettios. New game. Player set. Okay. Look up. Okay, we'll just do that for now. Okay, let's make sure. Step over. Errors. Interesting. Oh, I got hit by something. I just can't see myself. So I'm on there. Did I turn myself off? No, are you teeny? Oh, the texture just isn't on there. Wonder why I'm having issues with that. Okay, I'll just make sure it has it on there. There. Force it to be on there. And continue. Hmm. Okay, what about you? And you. You. Okay. Wonder why that's being a pain. Not sure what the deal with that is. Try that again. Huh. What about you? What current animation you on? I wonder why that is. Why does idle give me a... Actually, nope. That's not correct. go ahead and load that up, see what the reset looks like. Let's try it now. Huh. Well, that's not good. Active, reset on save. Do not reset on save. Okay, I see the problem. I see the problem. That's the root node. Animation player didn't like that. Okay. Let's see if that fixes it. Okay. Okay, let's try it now. I think that might have been my issue. Nope. Let's open this up. Show. Hide. Whoa. You know what? Scene. Let's see here. Project. Reload current project. I'm going to reload everything. Let's see if that fixes it. I'm going to delete this node. And then I'm going to pull up the, let's see here, scenes script. Go to scenes, prefab nodes. And go ahead and just pop this player right in there. Well, that is interesting. Animation mission walk couldn't be resolved. Track 2D texture. Well, I'm not going to worry about it. Let's pop it in now, so. Ah. Go ahead and rename that to player. Okay, now we got here. Could not find sprite 2D texture relative to road. I'm guessing it's this one. Rename. Let me rename this to I may have to remake this whole node because I think I messed something up. I think this is a bug. Let's try that again. It was working a few minutes ago. Nope. There's that issue. Let's see here. All right. Update caches. Animation couldn't resolve walk. Interesting. Sprite 2D. Oh. I see the problem now. I think I see the problem. Okay. See here, my animation track, Sprite 2D. All right. Well, looks like you guys are about to see me redo some things. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and select this. This is walk. Okay. Oh, crud. Don't do that. All right. Well, looks like I'm about to update this, so give me 1 second. And what I'm doing right now is just trying to understand what exactly I messed up. And I think what happened is when I rearranged this character around, I reoriented this piece up here, which that's okay. That's not a big deal. Let's go ahead and add in the key. Insert key. Nope, we want to insert. Let's go ahead and find these animations, art, walk, art 2, key. Okay. Cool. All right. And we'll go ahead and just remove this one. Go back to idle. And we'll just go ahead and go to here. And we'll go ahead and remove this one. Now let's go to attack. We have up. And we'll go up here to animation. Oops. Oops. Go ahead and say up 1. Create. And then up 2. Create. Save. And then we go to idle. Attack. Okay. We have an attack right here. Oops, not that one. We want to do the and then great key, go here and attack 1, key, move. There we go. And then we go back up here to reset. All right. Problem solved. All right, I had to remake my animations there, which is fine. Now let's see here. All right. Keep moving. All All right, all right. Now let's try it. Cool. All right. Well, that fixed that problem. 2D. Right. Okay, animation player. Reset. Current animations always should be idle. Right. All right. Cool. Now, I see you there. Now, why aren't you displaying here? Okay. Display to hide. Show. Okay. Not displaying to hide. Okay. Let's go ahead and... Oh. All right, we'll continue. Hit start. Show. Okay. Step over. And see here. It's not showing anything. And continue. Maybe there's nothing to show, so let me do this. Show. Hide. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do here, I'm going to also print the dot texture dot. Okay, let's see what that does. Art. Okay, so there is a texture. It's not displaying it. I don't mind the idea of using the sprite node, but maybe that's my issue. I didn't really have starting this issue until I started using... I can see it here. Main. What could be making this? Oh. See that? Going behind it. Silly me. Silly, silly me. That's my problem. Here I am thinking I was being dumb with my code. No, I'm being dumb with my layout. Noted. I'll figure that part out later. Here we go. And it's not working here. Okay. Let's make sure this is not the issue either. So let's continue. Start. There we go. Duke. Duke. Okay, so it's spawning in there. Okay. Cool. Now let's go into the attack action, the script. Let's see here. Duke. To call deferred is null. Null. Okay, so I don't have the target, which is fine. Cool. Now there we go. That's what I was looking for. Oh, that's another neat trick. You can also just drag and drop this little critter in here. Boop. And then go. But I don't recommend you do that. Know what you're calling. I'd like to know what I'm calling. Okay. Boop. There's it. Boop. I'll run away. Boop. Cool. All right. It's not playing an animation like it should. I made a sprite. Oh. This is where this piece comes into play. We need to tell it to play. That's what we're going to do. Ready? Okay. Cool. All right. So I'm going ahead and do a air dot play on attack. Yeah, spawn attack. Okay, cool. What's great about this, I think there is a way to do enums and select the kind of attack you're going to use, but let's see here. All right, Godot for string enum. All right, I think there's an easy way to do this. Let's see if this works. Never mind. Godot for export enum drop down list. Okay, exporting spawn attack, Mary Lee, and this in there. Let's see what we got on here. All right. Export enum. So we're going to do enum. Let's see here. The attack name. We'll do attack types. Spawn attack. Okay, so we got here, here. There we go. Cool. Took some understanding there, but you can make an enum for a drop-down list, which is great. Just gotta make sure it matches our current sprite frames. Spawn, attack, attack name, cool. That way I can just use the same one, but have different sprites loaded up for it, which is okay. All right. All right, all right. And when the attack action is launched, play the attack name. Exactly what I'm looking for. Cool. All right. Let's play. Whoops. Animated sprite 2D, attack action. Debugger. Oh. Interesting. Let me look this up real quick. Say, hey, that. I think that would do it. There we go. Cool. Cool. All right. I'm not sure how many times it's spawning it, but I did let the spawn script here in a minute. All right. All right. Timer timeout. Oh yeah, every 2 seconds it will spawn something, which is fine. So it is on the attack action. All right. Frame, speed, offset. Okay, and we want to set the timer of the dot length set. What is with this thing? Wait time. Wait time to dot current dot. Why can't I get that information? What I'll do is I'll look at the documentation for it. Okay, we can look at the animation time. Okay. Methods. Oh, This animation's a string. All right. Well, interesting. Well, let's do this since the node. Let's see here. Ah, I can use that instead of the destroy timer. Let's do that instead. Let's go ahead and take a look at this one. See? Didn't know that existed. Okay. I'll save that for later. May end up using it, so. Let's say Q3. Okay. Don't do that. Let's go ahead and call defer. Let's call defer, say at the end of it, so that way all the collisions come in and does its thing. And we'll go ahead and end this, yeah, we can just. You know what? It'll have its own little prefab of it. I just created that, so let's see if I can create its own prefab. Save a branch scene. Scenes. Save. Okay. And now we can go ahead and delete node. Don't need you anymore. So this way, this is not running multiple times. So as soon as it's on timeout, this disappears because I don't want to run it multiple times. I just want to do its animation and go. Okay, now let's try it. Two. Did I not connect it? I did not connect it, which is fine. I'll fix that right now. Animation finished. Pick on timeout. Okay, connect. Problem solved. Start. Okay. Why are you not doing that? Okay. Let's try that again. Okay, cool. It's not triggering. Okay. Inspector. Offset. So node. There's animation finished. Frame changed. Sprites. Frame changed. Animation looped. Is this a loop? Oh, I had the loop. What if that affects it? What if the that's a setting for it? Let me try one more time. And 1, 2, continue, and good. There we go. And we'll just continue. Boop, boop, boop. Perfect. Beautiful. Yep, that was my problem. Cool. So, now we can let the animation itself handle how long this will stay out, which is good. Okay, let's see here. Cool. So now I have an attack action ready. Now, ready to tell the... Need to have it a spawn location for it. But mob control. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to go over what I've currently done so far. Let's catch everything up. Okay, so what we got done so far is went to the player, I readdressed the particular node that it was using. I didn't like the fact that it was using an area 2D. When I had that in its own section. And then we have nodes light up inside of it, which caused me some minor issues for layout because I had to make sure the proper collision is connected properly with the signals, which is great. Then got it connected up here in a signal with the player. Player 2D, and it's controlled on body entered, so that way it can receive damage. And plan on adding in a damage system. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Or maybe I'll probably have the attack system handle the type of damage it does to the body, because it has to match up with certain groups. And if it's so I'll let the bullet say, hey, you do this kind of damage. So what I need to do here is also set up the group. Oops. Nope. Let's say enemy, then player. Go here, target underscore group. And on default, it's just going to attack the enemy. There we go. Oh, I have it all I want. We don't want that. There we go. So now, when I stick this in the body here, if our body is nope, is in group. There we go. Let's see here. What we're going to do here is say var node body equals body as node2d. And we'll say, hey, this is nobody, but is in group. There we go. Yeah, continuing on what I changed. All right, so the player changes from area to a node2d. I changed the previous before the stream. I set this up to be a sprite. I had to correct some animations because when I changed the overall type, the structure got thrown off because the root node said, hey, I don't see area 2D anymore. So I couldn't find the actual sprite, which is fine. Got that corrected, got the animations corrected. So keep that in mind if you end up changing types or moving node roots around. The hit timer, still there, still good. In the attack action, I thought I needed a timer itself, but I don't need that if I'm going to rely on the animations to do it. There's this option here for animation looping. Just make sure that's turned off if you don't want to use the animation finished. Otherwise, you have to use looped, which, think about it, I could probably have a check to say, hey, is this just a looping attack? But I might make a separate note for that. We'll see. For now, it's an attack action. I made a mob for a simple area control. I'll test on, see if I can get that to die later. Might end up having that done before next live stream, but I'll get you guys up on that when I get there. And I also made a spawn manager for right now. It's temporarily spawning an attack here for testing purposes. Which actually, if I think about it, I want this to spawn mob. So let's do this. Let's organize this to say, hey, to spawn mob. And then we'll come up here, tell it to spawn the mob. Func spawn attack. Come up here. And since it's just temporary, I'll put it here. Okay, good. Good. All right, so this is temporary for now. And I have set up already a mob that's controllable. And I think that done before next live stream. Okay. I know today was kind of me just more focusing on the code sign and organizing my thoughts. Next live stream, I'll have a better plan. And I do hope my microphone turned out okay today. I moved all my stuff into this area. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. If you do me a favor and like this video and subscribe, and I hope you join my community. Y'all have a good one.